to introduce a student. Her name is Lajeanne Shelton.
Currently, I'm a 9th grader at Lowell High School, and I was a peer resources student for 2 years at James Denman Middle School. There's a lot, and I mean a lot, to love about peer resources. First, for me, it gives you that sense of belonging. In middle school, you're stepping into a whole new world. There's a lot of stress on you, and you're trying to figure out a lot of things for yourself. In peer resources, no matter what you bring to the table, no matter what you're going through, no matter where you're going to be in life, you belong to this community. But it's not just a sense of belonging. Like I said, it's a community. You have all these different people from different backgrounds coming together who share a common goal to show youth that they can run things, that they can be on the front lines, that youth can take charge. You have the power, and you possess it to step up there in front of people older than you, people younger than you, people the same age as you, to push forward a new movement. Yeah. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself. In 6th grade, I was very quiet, very not outspoken. I let other people take center stage when all along I had the right to shine. During 6th grade, the peers class would leave their classroom as I would come in for class in that classroom. And as they would leave, I would see a light in these students. They were well, and I mean well, aware of the change they were making in our school. They had smiles on their faces in school. To see youth this excited about things other than when are the new Jordans coming out? When am I going to get the new iPhone 6? Or when is 2 Chainz going to drop his new album? It's more about when are youth going to take that stand? What are we going to do to not just change our school or our community or our city, our state, but our country as a whole? And what are the steps to get there? Once I got into peer resources, best believe they were making you take that mic and take center stage. You will not sit there and let things just happen. As I would say, they make you swim upstream. Instead of going the easy way, letting everything flow, letting everything push you, they turn you around and help you face it. Even if you don't know where you're going now or in the future, they help you get there. Let me tell you one story about my time in peer resources that has shaped the person I am today. When I was in peer resource in my 8th grade year, my teacher, Ms. Jones, right there. You can stand up if you want to. No? All right. She gave us, our 8th grade class, a task of taking a 6th grade student under our wing to show them the path of excellence through middle school. My mentee, she is now a 7th grader at James Denman Middle School, was what some teachers would call a person who had constant conflict. But I just thought of her as someone who needs help, not a conflict. She just needed someone to be there for her. And yes, she did have problems with grades, with her fellow peers, and with teachers. But when you're in 6th grade, just coming into middle school, you don't know how to handle all of that. So you shut yourself out, you act out, and you do things that you don't originally want to do. But hence, coming into this mentor-mentee program, her grades have improved. Her conflict problems have gone down. Teachers have a better sense of her, and she has a better sense of her teachers. But this was a group effort. The mentors went with our mentees to talk to their teachers to work on their problems. Personally, I helped my mentee with her end of the year project, in which she received a good grade on. Say that. From that experience, I learned helping hands are not only on the end of your wrist, but they're on the end of mine. One word that comes to my mind when I think of a school without peer resources. In San Francisco, you know about this. Fog. Fog immediately comes into my mind. It's an unclear pathway for everyone, for students, for teachers, and for administrators. Peer resources is that fog lifter that gives students a way to resolve their conflicts, toils, and snares, and do it peacefully and honestly. With conflict mediation, if there was no peer resources running that, you would have so many students going to the principal's office, getting a punishment, or were suspended, and then them coming back, and it gets worse and worse and worse, and it becomes a never-ending cycle. But mediation, it gives you a whole different context of things. Mediation gives that person time to talk with someone so they can figure out what are their next steps to solve their problem without everybody else all in their ear talking about what that person said, what they need to do, and what they think that is the right choice for them. Also, peer resources give students a sense of power in their school. Peer resources makes everything so evenly distributed between everyone represented in that school. Teachers, administration, and students as a whole come together to work. Before I finish, I have to say thank you to my first peer resources teacher, Ms. Jones. Because without her, I wouldn't be able to stand up here today and tell you how peer resources has changed my life. I also want to thank all the current and all the former teachers of peer resources for all the effort and love you have put into teaching our youth. And I want to thank anyone else who has helped in any other way, whether someone has donated or who is currently or has been on the leadership team. Without you, peer resources wouldn't be like it is today. I really hope that peer resources keeps on continuing what they're doing. Not only has it made an impact in my life, my peers' lives, and in all of these youth's lives, but it became a system of support, a system of change, for creativity, for power, and for leadership. We need to keep on loving it, keep on planning it, keep on doing it, and keep on changing it, because it impacts our communities for the better. Thank you, and have a fabulous rest of the night.